You talk about the crisis of belonging and this idea that sometimes people feel like even though they do belong in the community and they are welcome in the community, they don't know that or they don't feel that inside, or they almost have like this sort of imposter syndrome about, and that these symbols and tokens can do a lot to alleviate that. Talk a little bit more about that.
Well, when they're missing, Seth, it can be very confusing to people. Are they really an insider? And I'll give you an example. When my wife and I moved to the West Coast after graduate school, and we were looking for a church to be a part of, and we were attending a very large church in the San Francisco area. We hadn't formally been part of a church for years because I had been studying a religion at graduate school, and so was really deeply involved in spiritual studies, didn't need more of that on the weekends. And I was really excited to then become a member, or at least explore membership. And this church didn't have a very sophisticated way of doing that. They invited us to go to this room on the grounds and literally fill out a card that I think was a 3x5 card that asked for our name and like our number. And then once we filled it out, someone said, okay, well, you're a member. And I just remember noting how lame that was. There was just no welcome. There was no sense that I was invited to something new, or there was acknowledgement that this was a commitment we were making to participate and contribute, to live out a sense of community with other people who were participating. It was literally just filling out a little form. We weren't looking for something grand, but if you could imagine, if there was just an exchange of words of meaning between an elder and us, if there was a token that was given to us that acknowledged that we had spent time considering what we were doing and wanted to participate more, if there was a series of events, even once a month, that said, here's a new member series that we have so you can learn about the history of the church or how it's structured and how you can get involved, that would make a profound difference.